Hello everyone, it's your lovely Abbie Dagrin, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Happy New Year and happy holidays to everyone. Today I'll be doing a natal chart on the dearly departed Betty White. I will be analyzing her natal chart and I'll be speaking on how her career was iconic and how a lot of those things had to do with a lot of the placements she had. So please stay tuned for the rest of my video, lovelies. If you have not yet become a part of the Abbie Dagrin family, then this is your calling. It is a new year. You want to start out the new year well. So please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when I upload videos on the daily. Also, please hit that like button because I know you guys will love the video. Please share this video with everyone you know, whether it's your friends, your family members, your enemies, or just anyone in general. Now let's get right into the video. Betty White was born on January 17th, 1922, and this automatically qualifies her to be a Capricorn. She's the type of person to be very grounded, very practical, and very patient. And these are all qualities associated with any earth sign, so she was a person that had a lot of practicality. Everything she thought of or did was practical. She was a very grounded person, so she knew what she stood on and she stood on it and believed in it. And she's a very patient person. And she was always the type of person to always look for the next level to achieve. That is a great trait in Capricorns, and that's one of the reasons why they're very successful, because they always try their best to better themselves and try their best to make sure that everything that they do in life is accomplished, and they accomplish everything they do before they can no longer work. Next up is her moon in Virgo. When someone has this placement, they have a heightened sense of purpose, and they need to always be doing something productive. So they always want to have a purpose in life, whether it's something that is deemed as big or something that's deemed as small. They want to make sure that they have a sense of purpose and that they go after that purpose 100% in life. They're also the type of people that always need to be doing something productive, and because the moon is associated with your mental state, if they're not always doing something productive, then they're not mentally in a great place. They'll probably say negative things about themselves if they're not doing something productive, and it can be hard at times. However, when you evolve more as a Virgo moon, you'll be able to balance out work and life. So you'll make sure that you're being productive, and when you see your productivity, then you're able to rest and relax, and you won't be too hard on yourself. Next up is her Mercury in Aquarius. Someone with this placement thrives on being different from other people. They are very confident, and they always believe that their point of view is a correct one. Any placement with Aquarius, they love to be different and they love to do things differently. They love to be unique and they love to be original. So in this Mercury placement, they always do that, especially with their words and especially with the way that they communicate with people. They also always believe that their point of view is the correct one, and this more than likely happens because before they speak on stuff, they do research it and they do have a lot of knowledge that we don't know of. So it's not in a way that's in a bad way, but they're confident because they've read up on the information and they just usually are right on a lot of things. So more than likely they know what they're speaking on because they have facts to back it up. Next up is her Venus in Capricorn. When someone has this placement, they tend to show their love through a responsible way and through a logical way, and this is done in replace of romantic actions. So this may be done by maybe paying the bills, paying the rent, or like doing something that can help you and that's very productive. And even though they may go out on dates sometimes, but that's not really how they show their love, is through things that are helpful in a way. Like if you need a new car, they'll buy it for you. And if you just need help with paying your rent, your bills, they're going to be there to do that for you. Their love language is basically through actions. They do have old-fashioned love ideas, so they may do things that may not be a trend today. However, for them, they love to do it and they just want to make sure that their partner is very happy. Next up is her placement in Mars, which is Scorpio. Someone with this placement would have a great intuition, and this is explainable because it is a water sign, and water signs tend to have a lot of intuition, and they're able to feel things strongly and more than likely know the next move or read someone's character or someone's emotions. And they have an excellent stamina. They're always working, they always want to do stuff fun, they're always on their feet, and they want to make sure that they live life to the fullest. And they have a magnetic personality. People are drawn to them, people admire them, they love to look at them, and at times would like to emulate them, emulate their style, and emulate a lot of the things that they do. So this is something that Betty White is iconic for. People love her style and love her personality. Next up is her placement in Jupiter, which is Libra. She is the type of person that has the ability to listen to all sides of a story, and this is common with a Libra placement. And you know that their symbol are the balances, so they try to not only balance things out but also see different situations from everyone's point of view. And after they do this, they try their best to make the correct decisions based on the information that is given. They also want to make sure that everyone's being listened to and that everyone's point is being brought across and that everyone knows that everything that they're saying is important. And after this, she will take the information and try her best to make a solution that's not only beneficial for one person, but for all the parties involved in the situation. This is a great trait for her to have, especially because she was in the movie industry and you get to know different types of personalities. The next placement in Saturn is also Libra, and they're the type of people that will make sure they go to every extent to make sure a decision is being made in the right manner. Betty White was the type of person who would probably look at all types of statistics, look at all other examples, and look at different things before she made a decision. Probably went to the highest professionals to make sure that her decision would be in her favor. And this is something that is common when someone has a Libra and Saturn. They want to make sure that all the decisions that they make are the right decisions and that they don't care what length they have to go to, but in order for their decisions to be the right ones and the decisions to always be in their favor, they're going to go to any extent to make sure that that happens. Next up is her Uranus in Pisces. She was the type of person that had a boundless imagination, and any placement that deals with Pisces, they more than likely have a huge imagination. Especially this placement, the imagination has no bounds and that they could imagine anything. Because of this, she would be the type of person to be able to see things in a different light than how other people may see it or how society has wired us to see a situation. And because of this, they're able to find a unique solution to a problem because they're the only ones with a different outlook on a certain situation. So they can be the person who gives the greatest ideas and gives us something that is very tangible and something that is new and that's very beneficial to the situation. Next up is her Neptune and Leo. With this placement, Betty White, she had a charisma and an infectious zest for life. Other people inspire to be like her. Till this day, even though she has passed on, people do inspire to be like her. Especially in the show The Golden Girls, people loved her character, and that character is so iconic till this day. And people reference that character and just reference her in general because she just had a great charisma. People loved to be around her, and she just loved to have so much fun in life and never took life for granted. She has inspired so many generations till this day, and it's something that's going to go on forever, and that's something that she has that was very beautiful. Next up is her Pluto in Cancer. Someone with this placement is highly intuitive, and that's something that's very common with any water sign. They have a lot of intuition. They're able to read energy. They're able to read the room. They're able to understand emotions. They're able to know if you're sad, happy, and they can read any situation. So before someone even speaks a word, they can feel an energy, and they can feel something like, you know what, she feels this way, and this may be the problem. Sometimes she will be able to feel or understand something that even the person didn't know they felt. And they are very curious people. A Cancer placement in Pluto also is very curious. They love to get to learn more about the world, society, the way things work, and they're just very great people to be around. Next up is her North Node in Libra. So in order for her to uncover her hidden gifts and talents, she would need to develop cooperation, diplomacy, and tact, increasing awareness of others' needs, selflessness, giving support without expecting anything in return, creating win-win situations, sharing with others, seeing things through another person's eyes, and communicating self-identity. And as we have seen throughout her life, she has been able to attribute these traits and attribute these gifts and talents because she has spoken out on issues that affect people, and she has shared. She's very nice, she's very communicating, and she always loved to cooperate with other people. So we can surely say that she was able to make these things and was able to have her hidden gifts and talents showed to her. Next up would be her Kiron in Aries. So the wound of this placement, people say this is one of the hardest placements because it's usually not believing in oneself, comparing oneself with others, and being self-engrossed because of not being able to believe in yourself. So although this is her wound, it's obvious that she's been able to heal it because she's been able to have a lot of great roles. She's been able to do a lot of things in her life that were very successful, and those things could not have been done if she didn't believe in herself. Some of the ways for you to heal this wound is accepting that everyone is different and you are one of those people who are a part of the everyone, acknowledging your strengths and your weaknesses and focusing more on your strengths, and move forward with love in yourself. Know that you deserve love even if you make the smallest mistakes or the biggest mistakes. Next up is her rising/ascendant in Leo. People with this placement are magnetic and they attract attention. They are self-aware of how they affect others and how they draw people towards them. They are prone to having tantrums and they love jumping to conclusions at times. They can be very bossy and dramatic, and they can exaggerate to a certain extent. They're able to speak their mind, they're very honest, but they do have a great heart. They are very confident people. They're very generous people as well. They're very warm-hearted. They're very creative. And they love to make sure that everyone around them is okay. They are very independent and they try their best to put themselves first in everything that they do. Lastly will be her midheaven in Taurus. With this placement, these people are very persistent in order for them to accomplish their goals. They're the type of people that will tough it out, and regardless of what they're going through, they're always focused on what the end result is. Betty White was also the type of person that regardless of if it was difficult, As long as she knew she would get the results that she wanted, she was going to make sure that she worked as hard as she needed to work in order for her to accomplish that goal, regardless of what was thrown at her. She's also the type of person that regardless of what her career is in, she's going to stay in it. Even if she wanted to do something else, she likes to stay consistent and stable in one career and excel in it, and that was acting, and she did a great job. That's all I have for you lovelies today in regards to Betty White's natal chart. I hope you learned something new, and my heart goes out to everyone who was affected by her passing. Please stay safe out there. Please hit that subscribe button, that notification bell so you know when I upload new videos. Share this video with everyone you know, and hit that like button. Comment down below what your favorite role of Betty White was in any movie or show. And if you have not yet followed me on any of my social media accounts, then they are on the screen and they are linked down below. This is your time to do so. I love you all. Please stay safe and healthy. I hope that you all have a beautiful new year and that everything that you want to do, you're going to accomplish. Just believe in yourself. Know that you're loved and that you deserve nothing but the best in your life. I love you all, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye, lovelies.